So I mean, I have done a lot.
Okay, you're going late.
Okay, good. We're here with Suzy Faber-Hamilton before the Indian Head Trek Club Banquet, 2012 banquet, and we're thrilled to have you here. And I guess let's just start out with the first question. I'm just curious what you've been doing, what you've been up to since you retired from professional running.
Well, I retired 6 years ago when I was 37, and I have been up to a lot. I work full-time with my husband. I sell real estate in the Madison area. I do a lot of motivational speaking around the country. But most of all, the best thing I do now with my life is that I have a 6-year-old named Kylie, and just trying to travel the world with her and really enjoy her at a young age and take every bit in. My husband and I are always saying we just want to enjoy her and her ages as she's growing up.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
And I guess I'm curious too, do you still run? Or?
I still run.
Okay.
I love to run. That's never changed.
Yeah.
I'm not so much into the competition because
Okay.
I was at such a high level and such a high intensity. Now I just like to run for fun. I run 5 days during the week, and I run anywhere from 3 to 5 miles.
Okay.
That seems to keep me injury free.
Okay.
Whenever I step up to an hour, I'll be able to last for about a month, but then injuries strike.
Oh, okay.
So I found this pace and the amount of mileage that my body can handle, which has been really, really good.
Good, yeah. And I guess I'm just going to kind of jump around here. I guess obviously we've all heard about you, followed you running for years, and for me it's like a thrill to be talking to you. I guess one thing that, maybe just go by your various levels of all your races, high school races, college, professional. I mean, are there any, are there any ones that stand out, like that you're particularly proud of, or that?
I think there's a lot that I'm really proud of, and I think in high school it was winning 11 state titles, and I remember my last cross-country title I won. It was in a snowstorm in a blizzard. I had a face mask on. And, it was just ridiculous weather.
Yeah.
And that just shows the toughness of us young athletes from the Midwest. Nothing holds us back. In college, it was winning 9 NCAA titles, and running 159 in the half was a big accomplishment for me in college. I never thought I would be able to get under that 2-minute mark in college.
Yeah.
So that was incredible. And I would say college, though, more than anything was the teammates. My best friend, Mary Hartzheim, who grew up in Monaco, Wisconsin. She was a big part of my life. She actually passed away 6 years ago, but she had a huge influence on my life and my running. My professional career would have been my 3 Olympics. Probably my first Olympics was the best because it was something I had trained for since I was a little girl, since I was 12 years old, and remembered watching the '84 Olympics thinking, oh, I really want to be in that race. I want to be in the Olympics.
Wow.
And almost like a part of me really, really believing that I could, but yet there's this part that it's so far away, it's so not touchable. But I think that little part in me that really thought it could happen, it was just so strong, and it motivated me so much from that moment on to the rest of my career.
Yeah. Where was that first Olympics?
Refresh
my memory.
My first Olympics was '92 in Barcelona,
Oh,
Spain.
wow. Awesome.
And that was a great place.
Yeah.
My second Olympics was in Atlanta, Georgia, so it was here in the States.
Yeah.
And then my third Olympics was in Sydney, Australia.
Wow.
And just those, the sport of track and field took me around the world, which was a really incredible growing experience. If anything, running gave me so much. It gave me a whole new life.
Yeah.
Never would have imagined that a sport could contribute so much to your life and really mold you and make you who you are.
Yeah. So then, was it all in the 1500 that your 3 Olympics?
My second Olympics was in the half mile by a fluke.
Oh, okay.
I went to double in the trials, and I made the first event, which was the 8, and then I tried out for the 15, which was my stellar event, and I just missed it by 1 place because my body was so fatigued from making the half mile.
Oh, okay. So you almost doubled.
Yeah, it's a really hard feat to do. I
Yeah.
mean, it's easy if you're a sprinter, but to be a
Right.
middle distance runner, it's
Mhm.
tough. It's
Yeah.
really tough.
And I guess, we're going to have, here at the banquet tonight, we're going to be recognizing some top high school runners, and I'm sure you're an inspiration to a lot of them. I mean, is there any aspiring young runners like that? Any advice that you would give them? Or
Yeah, I definitely have a passion for the young runners because I was in their shoes. I know exactly how they're feeling. I know the pressures. I know the excitement. I get all that. And my advice would be to them is have balance. And so many runners, the balance is all on running. There's nothing else in their life. They put all their eggs in one basket. And I know I did the exact same thing. So when that race doesn't go well, you get injured, something that's holding you back from that, life can be devastating. And I mean truly devastating. Especially a runner, I believe, has a type A personality. There's a certain type of person that becomes a runner. And I believe that there can be some dangers and some problems with that if you put too much emphasis on one thing. Because it may not go well. So what do you have to fall back on? You need something else. And there's so many things in life that I think balance, especially for a young person, is truly important.
Okay.
And just having fun. And I think the next major thing would be for parents to let their children find what they love to do. And when a young child as a runner becomes really good, it's very exciting obviously for the parents, but parents can tend to sometimes get too involved in the child's running world, and that can put pressure on the child. So as a parent, the best gift you could give your daughter or your son is to back off and just step away. Be there for support, and especially be there when the races aren't good or the event isn't good, and tell them, you know what, it's not the end of the world. Let's go get some ice cream. And if you want to talk about it, I'm here. If you don't want to talk about it, we don't have to talk about it.
Yes.
But just know, I love you.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. And then I guess just remembering. I mean, I'm sure all of us watch a lot of your races. You're always awesome to see that you had such a great kick at the end of the. I mean, I'm sure most runners would love to have that. To be able to. Anything where that came from, or is it just something you're born with, or you worked at? Or?
That is due to great genes, having two good parents that somehow give you that little bit of gift that speed is something you're born with.
Yeah.
I mean, you can develop it more if you don't have speed as a runner. You can go to the track and work on your speed, but that natural speed is you're either born with it or you aren't.
So there's no hope for us.
if you haven't discovered it yet, you can still build on it by going to the track. But that was definitely a gift from my parents. So thank you, Mom and Dad, for that gift. Yeah. That was my secret weapon, we called it.
Yeah.
My coach would say, if they're right there at the end, pull out the secret weapon, they don't have a chance. So I always use that to my benefit.
Yeah. And then the other thing I think at this banquet, there's going to be, we're all a lot of marathoners. Have you ever I'm just curious, what's the longest race you've ever done? And have you ever had any interest in doing a marathon, or have you run one?
Last year I ran a half marathon and I loved it. I'm addicted. I would love to run a marathon. And I've never, I haven't put it out of the picture. I just want to kind of build myself slowly, do a few more half marathons this year, and see if my body can tolerate it. I'll slowly build into a marathon. Not racing though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You would do it just for...
I'm a recreational runner. People look at me and they laugh when I say that. They don't believe it. But I truly am. I don't need to compete. I don't care about time anymore.
Yeah.
When I'm out there, it's social. I hope somebody nice is next to me, and most runners are.
Yeah.
And I'll chat. And it's really a fun event. I even walk water stops.
Oh, yeah.
People laugh at me. They're like, no, you don't. I absolutely do. I'm not out there to run the fastest time in the world. I'm there to start the race and finish the race feeling 100 times better than I did when I started.
Come on.
Maybe not necessarily physically, but mentally feeling 100 times better.
Okay. And then, do you follow professional running anymore? And I guess, and right now there's some really very good women 1,500 runners.
I do and I don't. Like, I couldn't name any of the names right now of them.
Yeah.
But what I do is I get glimpses from Facebook that maybe the National Olympic Trials just happened. And so I'll Google my event. And then I'll get to see part of the race. But it's not that I don't want to follow it. If I had all the time in the world, I think it would be fun to even travel to these races and watch and get to know these younger athletes more.
Yeah.
But it's when your life changes and you're 43 years old and you have a child and you're a businesswoman and you're traveling, it takes on a whole different realm of life.
Yeah.
Like I really enjoy this stage of my life where I am now.
Yeah, maybe you could just share inside there a while ago you were talking about how you're traveling around to the races and what do you do at those? You're going to some of the rock and roll marathons and
so
what does that involve? And
this year, kind of auditioned in Vegas last year. They had me come out to kind of try out to see if they would like to have me for their races, and the audition went well. And probably because I won the stiletto race in Vegas.
What is a stiletto?
It's you run in the stilettos, the high heel shoes.
Oh, okay, wow.
And this,
you won that.
I
So,
won
hey,
that.
that's like as big as one of your
I won it.
all-time-
You can go to, I forgot where you could go to, but I won it in my bra too. So I think that helped. They're like, she is a go-getter. We want her. So
We have to get some photos
exactly,
of that.
you do. I do have some photos somewhere, but you should definitely Google. If you Google the stiletto race, you'll get to see parts of it in Vegas
All right,
this year.
well, we'll have to do that.
So, so I'll be doing 5 races this year for Rock and Roll Marathon. Vegas is one of them.
Oh, so you do like a
Seattle.
talk or something? Or,
Yeah, so I'll do, during the expo, I'll do kind of a Q&A with the audience. I'll do
cool.
a run with the group. I'm also forming with Lady Foot Locker this year a running club for women all across the country.
Oh, cool.
And they can sign up at their Lady Foot Locker stores.
Oh,
and
wow.
then we're going to designate 5, 10 races, probably 5 races, and they may coincide with the Rock and Roll Marathons,
Oh, great.
where we all meet up and
Good.
we run these races. Again, to motivate women. So many women never could imagine running a half, but it's to help motivate them that, yes, you can do this. If you really put your mind to it, anybody can run a half marathon.
Yeah, great.
Run
And then
one.
maybe you want to talk about what do you see some of the health benefits of running? You know, you've continued
Yeah.
with it. I mean,
The
you want
health,
to speak on that?
the health benefits of running, and I know are extreme, just from my own sanity, that running was the magic drug for me my entire life. And so I really feel mentally that running can take away, it can help to make your chances of depression less. It can, you know, stimulate more endorphins to make you happier. There's just so many wonderful benefits for the brain that have been proven.
Yeah.
And physically, obviously, it keeps you younger, so you don't have to buy all these medicines and all these concoctions that they have on TV to make you look 10 years younger and makeup and all this stuff. So it's just a wonderful gift. I truly believe running is the gift that just keeps giving. And it gives you, it brings you happiness and makes you happy, which I find people then want to be around you. They like a personality that's upbeat and happy.
Yeah.
And I think that's a success in life, is being at a good place where you feel comfortable with yourself. And gosh,
Good.
what do you think running brings, Wade? Let's turn the tables. What
No,
what things?
I couldn't have put it any better than that.
But you got to come up with something.
No, I
I
mean,
mean-
I totally agree with that, and that's why I asked you, is I know, I mean, I've experienced some of the same issues and, you know, the moods type stuff, and, yeah,
It
it
is.
does a lot more than I mean, the competition side is fun. I mean, Dave and I can talk about that because we've had some real battles. We're kind of the same speed.
And the high
I mean,
from
that
the
is fun.
competition can be
You know,
really
that
cool.
part of it is fun, the competition, but there's also the health side, the benefits of what it does for you mentally and physically. Just, you know, keeping the old beer gut off for middle-aged guys like me, and, you know, just on the social side too. Just,
The friends
you know,
you make.
I've made tons of great friends from running, and so,
And they're all good people with
Yeah.
that same goal in mind.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
runners that aren't, you're not going to find anybody here tonight that isn't dedicated and, you know, really loves this. They all
Yeah.
love this, so
Yeah.
otherwise they wouldn't be here.
Right. So,
They're not slackers.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So there you go. No, I mean, this is great, and I don't know. Dave, do you have any questions? Or
No, I don't.
okay. So thanks a lot.
Yeah, this is awesome. Thank you for having
Yeah.
me here tonight.
Yeah, I
and-
mean, I just thought, when am I going to get a chance to talk to Suzy Faberham, and, it's awesome. And, we'll, hopefully this works out with, we're just starting an email newsletter.
Awesome.
We've
So
always
will this
done a
go
pa-
out to people?
Yeah, I mean.
Well, we should get them on camera. Face the camera. Mwah.
Oh, God.
So did we get that?
Oh,
Yes, we did.
jeez. I'm going to frame that one. Jeez. I mean,